I'm Bevan Varland. I'm a chef, artist and filmmaker, and food for me represents passion and enjoyment. Food should be creative. It should be full of heart and full of flavour. I want to be able to link people back to their own food connection and help them become better cooks and enjoy their own food stories. I'm on a mission to show people how local, homegrown and sustainable food can be awesome.
G'day guys, welcome to Food to Eat. I'm Bev Varland. You know, I've been a chef for 25 years. I've seen some pretty amazing things in the food world and I've worked with some pretty amazing chefs. There's something really exciting about a group of chefs pumping together to get the job done and create some amazing food experiences for their guests. It really is exciting. But you know what? There's something about connection that sometimes we miss. And it's really interesting for me to be able to explore that a bit more and let you guys see where I'm going.
I'm Bev Varland. Well, welcome to the amazing Surf Coast in Victoria, Australia. A stunning place. There's these beautiful, robust sandstone cliffs that basically run from Torquay right down to Warrnambool, way down that, hundreds of kilometres down that way, is a real testament, and it's a beauty, an absolute beautiful place to be. So this is actually where I live, and I've grown up along this area for my entire life, and it's really important that I can show this to you guys today. So we're in Victoria, Australia, down on the Southern Ocean. So the Southern Ocean crashes into these beautiful cliffs down below and creates an enormous atmosphere. Now, way over there is the world famous Bells Beach. So Torquay is a surfing town. Most of the major surfing brands within the world, within Australia, have actually started here in Torquay, but it's an amazing place. I'm not going to be taking you to places that are normal. I don't want to tell you about towns, I don't want to tell you about people, I want to tell you about this amazing environment that we live in here, and we want to cook in some of these beautiful, stunning places. So welcome down to Bells Beach, just down near Torquay in Australia, and look at that view. Beautiful panoramic beachside view. Sandstone cliffs, surfing. It is the surfing capital of Australia. And the sand is pristine. It's home to some amazing endangered species right along this whole coastline. So this is a big marine park and it stretches for miles and miles and miles. So guys just have a really relaxed atmosphere. They surf, they hang out. It's just a beautiful place to live. So this whole Surf Coast region is synonymous with tourism, and in many respects that's good and it's bad. In summer it keeps these beautiful little coastal towns really jumping and thriving, and huge economy. In winter, this is the time when you want to come in autumn, come in winter, come in spring, and you get to experience these places for really what they are. I mean, you know, there's no beaches like this in the world. So you're probably about a 2-hour drive southwest of Melbourne, which is the capital of Victoria, and it really is worth the time. Come down when it's not so busy though, I really insist. So this amazing area here is actually part of the Point Addis Marine National Park. So it is a protected area, there's no fishing allowed in here. It's really important to maintain this area. So as we're hiking in and we're going to cook our beautiful dish for the day, it's really important that we respect that. I mean, you don't get views like this just any old day, do you? It's pretty fantastic. So we've popped back from our walk from the beach just over there, and we've popped in the sand dunes so we're out of the wind so that we can create this amazing dish. So I've been thinking a lot about the coastal area around here, and I've created a dish which is really symbolistic of the different flavours, the different colours, everything like that, and the different environmental factors that is really great about this area. We're going to do a salmon, we're going to do some amazing vegetables, and we've got some beautiful, sexy local yogurt. So let's get cracking. Got our little fry pan on. It's nice and hot. First things first, I want to get our salmon going. A little bit of olive oil. It's going to crackle really good, pretty quickly. We're going to turn that heat up a little bit. Little Atlantic salmon, straight in. Oh yeah, nice. We're going to do 2 pieces. Here we go. Turn that up a little bit. Whilst we're cooking, what we're going to do is we're going to salt it. I've got some beautiful smoked salt here. It's going to add to that flavour. Beautiful. We want to get it in that oil. What we want to do is we want to cook it so it's not fully cooked through. So we want to seal it on both sides. Then we're going to rest it. We're going to dress it with a little bit of lemon. We're going to dress it with a little bit of breadcrumbs and fresh herbs. It's literally about a minute on each side. That's the reality. We just want to seal it in because it's going to rest and it's going to continue cooking as we go. Flip that over. You can see that beautiful white rim that's starting to come down in here. From there, what we're going to do is we will salt our other side. Good seasoning in there. The really interesting thing about salmon when it cooks is you've actually got this beautiful visual description and it speaks to you as it's cooking. So you'll see that lovely white line will start to creep up. So if we're going to leave about 1 centimetre of pink flesh in the middle, that will allow it to sit and rest and do its little jigger as it's going. We are ready to rumble. This salmon can actually come off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the salmon straight onto this plate here. You can see that gorgeous colour on both sides. That's lovely. Now on top of that, I'm going to sprinkle this lovely little herb mix. So it's some nice fresh cut parsley, some breadcrumbs and some lemon zest. So it's going to really bring out the natural flavours of that salmon. We're going to get it all over there so it's a nice crust. Go, beautiful. I love heirloom vegetables. You've probably seen throughout the show. I love those beautiful, rustic, sexy natural flavours that come through veggies. I've got some amazing purple cauliflower, some capsicum, some parsley, some fresh garlic, golden beetroots, kale, onions, all these really sexy big flavours that are going to match with that fish really, really well. Olive oil straight in. Let's get that in. Let's get that olive oil really nice and warm. Diced onion, fennel seeds and mustard seeds. So that's your fragrance. Let's get that in there. All that lovely flavour from those seeds is going to start bouncing around in that oil. And that gorgeous steam is now being fragranced with that lovely fennel and mustard. It's really quite special. We need to bring that down just for a couple of minutes. So what we've done, while our onions are softening, what we've actually done here, because we're walking out into the national park, we've bought all our food in plastic containers. That basically means so we don't leave any mess. We can take everything that we come with back home, which is really, really important. Right, our onions are almost cranking. They're starting to be nice and soft. Nice. Capsicum, parsley, golden beetroot and garlic. In she goes. Okay, let's toss that around a bit. See, that colour is really starting to jump out now. We've got this amazing purple cauliflower. Check that out, a really beautiful bright colour. As she cooks, it's going to get brighter. So we're really talking about brightness, colour on that plate. At this stage, we're going to throw some of our amazing smoked salt in. Gives it that earthy kind of flavour. A little bit more. Go, go, go. Oh wow, big smells coming out of here. Our amazing coloured vegetables have been sautéing down. And now the smell of the fennel, the smell of the mustard, the onion and that fresh Freshwater Creek garlic, which is literally a couple of kilometres over the hill, is starting to really come together. It's beautiful, it's like a rainbow really. All right, we're almost ready to go. So now what we're going to start doing is dressing our plate. And it's really, really simple. Lovely local Greek yogurt. We're going to go straight onto the plate. Commonly referred to in the industry as a spatch. Here we go. Beautiful. So our purple cauliflower is just al dente, starting to get crunchy. I've got a little bit of cavallonero, which is a Tuscan kale, or black cabbage it's also known as. We're going to throw that in there and we're just going to saute that down just for the last little bit. So that's just going to wilt and it's going to have its natural flavour and colour in there. We'll give it 2 more minutes and then we'll be ready to rumble. Got a little bit more salt. In we go. Gorgeous. I'll have a little taste. Yeah, Yeah, big flavour, really good. Keep him on the plate here. I'm going to try to keep it into a nice sort of area. Good flavour, the onions, the garlic, that purple cauliflower, and I've got some more goodies to put on just at the end. I'm going to go right to the edge. Gorgeous. Our little salmon that's been resting in here, doing its good things. Okay, put him on top. Now we get to garnish it, we get to play. This is the bit I really enjoy. Okay, we've got in here some amazing burnt leek dust. Now what that is, it's basically the greens of the leek that you would ordinarily throw away. We've put in the oven, made them black, and then ground them down. We're going to use it across our yogurt a little bit over here, just as this bit of colour and a bit of extra flavour that comes through. All right, now we do our last little bit. We've got some amazing heirloom beetroot candy beets. Pink and white. Gives an amazing colour scheme to the plate. And then just before I came out, I went to the garden and I got these blood sorrel leaves. Let's put them all around. This basically is this area to me on the plate. Beautiful, pretty, colourful, all the things that we can expect from this area and its local food. We have come down to the Torquay Farmers Market. Happens every Saturday down here on Torquay in the Surf Coast. I brought some of my little guys with me. So we're going to do a bit of a review of some of the amazing local food that we've just picked up here. What's really great about this market is that a lot of local producers that you wouldn't ordinarily see in your supermarkets or big fruit markets, etc., come here and they do some amazing. Boys absolutely love coming here every Saturday morning, 5 minutes from home. It's only a small farmers market, but look at the produce. Coming from about an hour and a half diameter from Torquay, amazing sourdough and pastries. The boys absolutely love them. Then you've got the lovely plants that come down. It's really, really good. Fresh coffee, that's locally roasted here. It's great. Then the veggies, all the fresh produce. There's the quince, my favourite big bad boy. Here it is. All the stuff that is in season right now, and its very best. It's really great. Freshwater Creek garlic, probably the best in the whole area. Amazing. Beautiful Turkish bread, straight on the grill. Fresh bickies made locally. It's just amazing. Spritzel, this stuff will blow your mind. Fresh flowers, herbs. You can even taste these strawberries. There they are. Quite stunning. Salamis, handmade. Wowzers. Hot whey potatoes. Blow your mind. So, here's Larry's favourite. He loves a beetroot sourdough. And here's little Griffey. Look at that. Berries. He'll eat those in about 5 minutes. And here's Xander. Big healthy choice. Big jam donut. Go, son, go. Yeah. I've taken you down to 13th Beach, just near Torquay. It's an amazing, picturesque beach that me and my boys and my wife love to visit. The waves here are strong. There's a beautiful undercurrent, and it's like so many of these coastal beaches right along the Great Ocean Road. You got to swim at the safe ones because there's lots of rips, but I tell you what, there is no better place than to go and hang out with your kids and your family and enjoy the fun. It truly is an amazing place. Right, we're scooting down the road now. I'm taking you back to my local beach, literally 5 minutes walk from my house, Fisherman's Beach in Torquay. Don't let the lack of people fool you, because at night time, this place is full of dogs. People who've moved to Torquay, who walk their dogs every night, and if you're lucky, sometimes you'll get to see this lovely tide go right out and these amazing rock pools appear. They don't appear often, but when they do, they put on this amazing show. You come down here at sunset with the kids, and as you can see, she's a pretty, beautiful place to hang out. Can I say Torquay's a nice place to live? Yeah, I think it is. I tell you what, I think I could be one of the luckiest dudes in the world. What do you reckon? Welcome to Dawn. in Lorne in Australia. Quite an amazing time. You've got to come here specifically just on sunrise, and you get this beautiful, amazing energy that jumps off the Great Southern Ocean as she bashes against the cliffs. Now you've got that beautiful backdrop, that lush rainforest, but then you've got this calm and serenity of this sea. The Great Ocean Road is an amazing story. It goes for hundreds of kilometres from Torquay, the surf coast, right down to Warrnambool, way down in the west, a couple of hundred kilometres. Now the most amazing thing about this road is it was completely made by returning veterans from the First World War, and it is a permanent reminder of that blood and toil that they sacrificed for their country. Completely handmade, carved out of the cliffs right along this stretch of coastline, and it is one of the most amazing and picturesque roads in the entire world. And I'll tell you what, it's a must-see. But what you have to do is you've got to see it at a different time of the year. Don't come down in January where the tourists are everywhere. Don't do that, don't do that. Although it's great for the town, you'll also have 20 to 30,000 people coming down that road every day. What I want you guys to do as a special local secret is come down in February, come down in autumn, come down in spring, come down in winter, and that's where you see the pure beauty of this place. Amazing. So this beautiful pier down in Lorne was actually rebuilt some years ago. When I was a kid, it actually used to have fishing trawlers that would go directly off it, but now we've just got the local wildlife, the seals, the sea life, the bird life, and the odd fisherman or two that just come along to get some beautiful fish straight off this pier. It's got good childhood memories, this place. Really good. So looking out across Teddy's Lookout, what's particularly special about this place, you get to see the magnificence of the Otways crashing into the Great Southern Ocean. Now over winter time and spring, you'll actually be able to see southern right whales going all down this coastline, down to their nursery down in Warrnambool. It's a pretty special kind of place. So all around this amazing scenery here, down near Lorne and the Otway Ranges, there's amazing waterfalls. So I'm taking you on a really special, it's about 7 k's north of the township of Lorne, right in the heart of this amazing Otway State Forest, ancient forest. It talks to you. Pretty special place here. I've taken you deep into the Otway Ranges. I'm going down to Erskine Falls. It's a really special place, and it's a really fond place that I had as a kid, because my parents used to take us down here from time to time to go in this beautiful nature and to experience waterfall. And it's the kind of place that it really just takes you away from it all, gets you back with yourself and back with the amazing nature that we are. I mean, look at this. You couldn't be in a better place, could you? Ancient tree ferns, a beautiful rainforest. This place is so cool. Its energy is peaceful. The strength of it, though, is so incredibly strong. It's just beautiful. You can fall in love in a place like this. It really is brilliant. Isn't she magnificent? It's worth the 1,500 steps you go down into the valley to get to this. So let's explore around here for a little bit, and then I'm going to cook you an amazing dish which is inspired, I suppose, by my childhood and this amazing scenery that we're sitting in. I'm on the track finally. It's a beautiful spot. As you can see looking through here, these forests are absolutely ancient. They kind of almost talk to you. Now it's really important here, don't come when the tourists are here. Come at a time where it's calm, the skies are calm, there's no wind, and you get to see this amazing beauty. Check out that. Incredible. It's really important while we're in this beautiful environment that we pay a bit of respect to the local people from this area. They were called the King Parrot people, local Aboriginal tribe, who had actually very little to do with Westerners. There's very little known about them. And as far as we can trace our Aboriginal history, is that this tribe no longer exists. in its capacity. So these lands are now taken care of by a neighbouring tribe from up near Colac, but their area basically went from all these Otway forests right down to the Cape Otway, way past Apollo Bay. And it was actually known that even by the Wadawurrung people who were up near Geelong, that the king parrot people were known as the wild people. So they very, very rarely saw them, and they lived off this land, which is rugged, beautiful, but pretty scary too. Here's a dish that is really symbolic to my childhood. I grew up on a sheep farm about 30k that way. So I'm cooking some beautiful lamb backstrap, and I'm cooking some really good veggies, something that's really going to be earthy and ground back into this particular function here. Let's get cracking. First things first, I've got this stunning lamb backstrap. All I want to do is, little tip, always tip, oil your meat before you fry it. Rub it in. We really want that oil on both sides. Really important. A good cracker sea salt. Now, we're cooking out in the rainforest. Really, really important that everything that you bring in, you bring out. Really, really important. I can't stress that enough. Okay, lamb. We've got a really hot pan. You can see she's a foldable pan. Comes with me everywhere I go. On we go. So we're going to be cooking this baby for about 3 minutes on both sides. Make sure she's sealed, because then what we're going to do is we're going to ensure that it rests. We want to rest it for about 5 to 6 minutes, just so all the juices settle down and she's nice and gentle, ready to carve. Okay, so she's been cooking for about 4 minutes. We'll flip her over. You can see in there that caramelisation. That's exactly what it's halfway down that meat, and that is absolutely perfect. So we'll just let her run an additional 4 minutes on this side, then we'll bring her off to let her rest. I'm going to get a little bit of olive oil again there. Just bring it back to that pan. Really important now, keep feeling it, keep touching it, and the meat will actually let you know when she's ready to come off. She's almost ready. I'm going to say about in a minute. Now let's switch this baby off. Just turn it down. You can take that lamb off now and let it rest. Get the juices all around it. Okay. We're just going to sit in there, and we're going to let him sit there for about 4 minutes. Just let him rest. We want to rest him about the same time as how much we cooked him. Now, my pan is still on, so now it's time to cook some wicked vegetables, and I've got a nice little reduction to go with it. Okay, pan's on. Olive oil, good helping. You're going to have all the juices from the lamb in there. You're going to have all that nice salt, all that thing. A little bit more salt in there, right? Gorgeous. Okay, I've got here some cavolo nero, which is an Italian cabbage in the kale thing. Here we go. Nice. We want to just stir that around, and you'll see the colour will start to become that beautiful shade of green. It is just beautiful. We're going to suck up all those lamb juices, all the salt, all the deliciousness, and that really top quality olive oil. I want to get some sarsaparilla, Australian grown sarsaparilla. Now, it's a strange thing, I know, but it's got that real rooty, licorice sort of flavour. I feel it's going to connect to the here a little bit. I want to pour it in here, let it sizzle, we'll juice it down. The cavolo nero is going to bring all that juice into here, but that lovely sarsaparilla in there is going to act as our reduction for our lamb. Okay. I'm going to stick that across here. Create a really nice sort of line, a beautiful cave up there. And meanwhile, that beautiful sarsaparilla is reducing in our pan. And what that's actually doing is deglazing that pan. So it's taking all that beautiful lamb juice, the cavolo nero juice, the salt, and that lovely olive oil, and the natural sugars that are in that sarsaparilla are going to make it really syrupy. My lamb is ready. I want to cut it open. I want to get a nice, beautiful pink. Let's have a look. Gorgeous. Do a couple of slices. Nice. And it's going to let all that lovely juice out, but that's alright. That's exactly what we're here for. Sarsaparilla's reducing as well, still going higher. You can feel that in your hand there. It's just about right. I'm going to turn that off. Actually, no. I'm going to let that continue to reduce as I decorate our dish. Okay. I want to get some nice lamb here. Put it on top there. Just keep it really simple. We want that pinkness to show as well. I've got some locally made goat's cheese. And I want to just sprinkle it around the plate. I'm going to have a bit. Wicked. It's time to finish it off now. So what I want to do is get our little radish. And here's our little syrup. Ready? Sarsaparilla all up the lamb. A little bit around the plate there. So it's kind of ironic, guys, 30 years after I started cooking, and here I am finding myself looking back over the hills and the valleys of Deans Marsh where my food journey all began. So it's been a pretty special time showing you where I grew up, showing you a little bit about me and the spirit of my food that I like to do.